The Sharia Council is the Islamic legal council in charge of Islamic law, and they are responsible for administering the Sharia law to offenders. Now, they have come out with a strong statement that is supporting everything Sheikh Gumi has been saying. This statement is a warning to the Nigerian government about how they are handling the security crisis in the country. If you want to know what happened at the Sharia Council meeting and the full details of their warning to the Nigerian government, subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any updates on this developing STO. The president of the Sharia Council, Bashir Umar, spoke in Abuja on Wednesday at the council's annual pre-Ramadan lecture. Umar said the council opposes any attempt to establish a foreign military base on Nigerian soil and affirmed that the religious freedom of Muslims in the country is constitutionally guaranteed and non-negotiable. This is exactly what Sheikh Gumi has been saying. He has been condemning the actions of government, especially in the area where the Nigerian government is seeking support from the US in fighting against terrorism in Nigeria. The president further disclosed that the cleric stance follows Nigeria's redesignation as a country of particular concern by US President Donald Trump over allegations of Christian genocide. This is the background to why this statement is so important right now. The United States government has accused Nigeria of allowing Christian genocide to happen. They claim that Christians are being systematically targeted and killed because of their religion, and that the Nigerian government is either unable or unwilling to stop it. Because of this accusation, the US designated Nigeria as a country of particular concern for religious freedom violations. This designation comes with potential consequences, including sanctions, military intervention, or other forms of pressure on the Nigerian government. Some Nigerian politicians and security officials have responded by calling for more US military assistance, including the possibility of allowing US military bases on Nigerian soil or US airstrikes against terrorist groups. This is what the Sharia Council and Sheikh Gumi are strongly opposing. The Sharia Council has made their position very clear on several key issues. First, they completely oppose any attempt to establish a foreign military base on Nigerian soil. They see this as a violation of Nigeria's sovereignty and a danger to the country's independence. The council is asking, why should we allow foreign soldiers to set up permanent bases in our country? What happens when those foreign forces start making decisions about our internal affairs? What happens when they decide who is a terrorist and who is not, based on their own interests rather than Nigeria's interests? These are legitimate questions that many Nigerians, not just Muslims, are asking. Even people who want help fighting terrorism are worried about giving foreign powers too much control over Nigerian territory and Nigerian security decisions. Second, the Council affirmed that the religious freedom of Muslims in Nigeria is constitutionally guaranteed and non-negotiable. They are making it clear that any foreign intervention or government policy that threatens the rights of Muslims will be strongly resisted. This statement is a warning to both the Nigerian government and the US government. The Sharia Council is saying that Muslims in Nigeria have rights that are protected by the Constitution, and those rights cannot be taken away in the name of fighting terrorism or pleasing foreign powers. He said the Council had intensified advocacy for peaceful reconciliation as a key pillar of non-kinetic peace building in response to widespread insecurity and terrorism across the country. This is where the Council's position aligns directly with what Sheikh Gumi has been advocating for years. Instead of just military solutions, bombing, shooting, killing terrorists, the Council is calling for peaceful reconciliation and non-kinetic peace building. Non-kinetic means solutions that do not involve force or violence. This includes negotiation with bandits and terrorists, addressing the root causes of insecurity like poverty and injustice, providing amnesty programs for those willing to surrender their weapons, and reintegrating former fighters back into society. Sheikh Gumi has traveled to bandit camps, negotiated with terrorist leaders, and consistently argued that dialogue and reconciliation are more effective than military force alone. Many people have criticized him for this, accusing him of sympathizing with terrorists. But now, the Sharia Council, a respected Islamic authority, is publicly supporting the same approach. The cleric added that the council unequivocally condemns terrorism in all its forms, noting that every human life, Muslim or Christian, is sacred and inviolable. This is an important clarification. The Sharia Council wants to make it clear that supporting dialogue and opposing foreign military intervention does not mean they support terrorism. They completely condemn terrorism and recognize that every human life, whether Muslim or Christian, is sacred and must be protected. This statement directly addresses the accusation that Muslim leaders are not doing enough to condemn terrorism or that they only care about Muslim victims. The Council is saying clearly, we condemn all terrorism, we value all human lives, and we want peace for all Nigerians, regardless of religion. Umar urged the government to fulfill its constitutional responsibility of protecting the lives, property, and dignity of all Nigerians, without discrimination. This is a reminder to the government that security is their job. The Constitution gives the government the responsibility to protect all citizens. The Sharia Council is saying that instead of inviting foreign powers to solve Nigeria's problems, the government should do its own job properly. If the government provides adequate security, addresses the grievances that drive people to terrorism, ensures justice for all citizens, and governs fairly without discrimination, then the security crisis can be resolved without foreign intervention. The Council is essentially asking, why is the government failing to protect Nigerians? Why do they need foreign help to do what is their constitutional duty? And why should Nigerians accept foreign military bases when their own government should be capable of providing security? The Sharia Council's emphasis that religious freedom for Muslims is constitutionally guaranteed and non-negotiable reflects deeper concerns about what foreign intervention might mean for Muslim communities. There is fear among some Muslims that if the US comes in claiming to protect Christians from genocide, they might view all Muslims as potential threats or terrorists. This could lead to profiling, discrimination, mass arrest, or military operations that primarily target Muslim communities. These concerns are not entirely unfounded. In other countries where the US has intervened claiming to fight terrorism, Muslim communities have often borne the brunt of military operations, surveillance, and restrictions on their religious practices. The Sharia Council is drawing a line and saying that whatever happens, the constitutional rights of Muslims in Nigeria must be respected and protected. The statement from the Sharia Council creates an interesting situation. On one hand, the US and some Nigerian politicians are pushing for stronger military action and possibly foreign intervention. On the other hand, a major Islamic authority is pushing for dialogue, reconciliation, and keeping foreign militaries out. The Nigerian government is caught in the middle. They need to address the security crisis. They are under pressure from the international community. They face criticism from citizens who are suffering from terrorism and banditry. But they also cannot ignore the concerns of Muslim religious authorities and the potential backlash from allowing foreign military bases. The question is, which path will the government choose? Will they pursue military solutions with possible foreign help, or will they take the Sharia Council's advice and focus on peaceful reconciliation and non-kinetic approaches? Now we want to hear from you. Share your thoughts in the comments. This is a critical debate about Nigeria's sovereignty, security strategy, and religious relations. And don't forget, if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button now and turn on notifications so you stay informed about this important story and other breaking news.